Hey man, it's about to be some light work. Hopefully I have y'all out of here in like 5 to 10 minutes, man. 12 max. Hopefully I could do that, man, because it ain't really too deep as far as what I gotta say, man. So we got a clip from a podcast. It's the Wolf Has Spoken podcast off the Wolf Network. They got a clip that I seen on Instagram and I had to get it from the YouTube. So before we get into it, put a like on the vid. Let's watch this.
But another thing is, like, just like even don't question your man, especially in front of people, man. Ladies, like, I feel like y'all are on a mission to show how much you don't respect your man. And that's not thorough. That's not cool. Like, as men, we don't see that and be like, oh, look how disrespectful she is. She's sexy. I'm turned the fuck off. Like that's so we really.
I like that slider.
And at the end of the day, y'all do things that y'all think attract us, but in reality, if we see you being disrespectful to any man, we're not gonna be okay with that because as a non-abusive man, what am I supposed to do if you don't respect me but get the fuck away from you? Like, I can't do nothing. Like, so I got to get away from you. So if I see that's how you are, and it's like, y'all want to show that, yeah, look how I talk to my man. Like, it's like all you doing is making your household look weak. And you can have the strongest, most physically fit man in the world. If it look like he can't have his household under some type of program and structure, then he's going to look weak as a leader. And that's not a physical trait. Like, you know what I mean? So don't be questioning why y'all got people attacking y'all relationship and trying to tear y'all apart and pull y'all apart when you are the main proponent of tearing him down and making him look weak in front of the people that would fear him. Like, you will create a problem in your household that expounds beyond your household because you'll open up the back door unintentionally. If a nigga be like, oh, she don't respect her man, all right, this free game. So you can't say that you want a situation, I want to feel safe and I want to be, but you're not even creating a safe space to feel safe in. You can't create a fire and then expect him to put it out. And when he can't put it out because you lit him on fire, the fuck is like, what are you supposed to do from there? But as a man, if you're dealing with that, slide. That's all the advice I got for you.
Listen, man, it's that simple. Everything that he said is on point. And I told my man yesterday, listen, man, if I can't check her, I can't be with her, period, point blank. Because this is what it is, man. It's not like my pimp hand is like super strong and I just be going off on chicks all the time. But this is the thing, man. If you do something that is out of line, intentional or unintentional, and I can't correct that or just tell you like, yo, you got to stop that, and you just stop, that's bad by itself. But what's even worse is if you argumentative, if you standoffish, if you confrontational. I don't got no room for that in a relationship with a woman. That's just me. You could do your shit. You could do the toxic shit if you want. If that's what you want to do, you do that. I'm not doing that. And listen, I'm not even going to get that deep into it because if you know the role of a man, as far as all the gender roles, it's a lot of responsibility on these shoulders. It's a lot of responsibility. So I need you to listen. I need you to not add stress to my life. I need you to take away stress from my life. That's what it is. I'm not going to get that deep. But to me personally, in all my relationships, even with men, respect is damn near everything. It's very high. I don't care what type of chemistry or what type of value, even at my jobs. Like, I don't care. If the respect is not there, some shit has to happen, man. Either I gotta go or you gotta get right. One or the other. But anyways. But yeah, listen, this comment right here and another one we'll get to, but this is what compelled me to make the video. A woman responded to this clip by saying, correction is not disrespect. You need to be coachable. Ma'am, who made you the fucking coach? Who told you you were supposed to be the coach? Who told you that you run a team? Like, where did you get this shit coachable? You not Mike Krzyzewski, bitch. You're not about to get us to the promised land. What are you talking about, coachable? Coachable. Now, let me get out my outrage bag and let's really think about this and break this down. Like, at the top of the clip, what he said was, don't question your man, especially in front of other people. Then he went on for the majority of the clip about disrespect and disrespecting your man, period. How we are not attracted to disrespect. And then on top of that, how disrespecting us in front of other men especially can be detrimental. can be detrimental to both of us. So let's just go over the first thing as far as questioning your man in front of other people. What does questioning your man look like? Now, as far as this clip, it's around the end of the podcast if you go to watch. So around the end, he kind of expounds on this before they get to that point. And it's things like, why you using Tide instead of Downy? Or you're doing it wrong. You should do this instead of that, XYZ. And this is when you are working in your area of expertise. This is when you doing the shit you supposed to be doing, XYZ. And it's like, this ain't even what you do. You shouldn't be telling me how to do this. Now, that is what he was explaining in the clip. The way that I look at it, and I don't care how it sounds, because men have a place and women have a place. What I look at that as far as, questioning your man, I look at it as a woman not staying in a woman's place, especially if we're talking about in front of other people. It looks like doubt. It looks like a lack of compliance. It looks like pushback. It looks like confrontation, et cetera, et cetera. Any of those things. For example, if it's something, we could just do something real simple. If I'm the one paying for the dinner and I say, oh, I left my wallet in the car, and we with a group of people or whatever, we could even be just in front of the waiter. I left my wallet in the car. Could you go and get my wallet from the car? If you say something like, ooh, I got a bad hip, I done did too much walking, I could understand something like that. But if you say, you go get it, bad. If you say, well, I gotta go get your wallet, bad. All of that shit is bad, especially in front of other people, because it's like, damn, you don't have a compliant woman. You have a defiant woman. So I'm going to break this down real quick with a 3-piece. So number one, to me, that's not coaching. Number two, what can a woman typically coach a guy on in a relationship? We could get into all of that. We could go down a list, but listen, the only thing I think that they could coach him on is possibly how to bust that pussy open and eat that cat. Probably something like that. And that's probably making good rice, stuff like that. Stuff that is her field and her expertise and stuff like that. But listen, number two doesn't matter as far as what she could coach you in, because this is number three, the fucking truth. And it's crazy that she would even say you got to be coachable, because this is the thing. Women don't want a guy they got to coach. Women don't want a guy they got to lead. Women want a winner. They don't want to be the winner. They want a winner. We want to win. That's the difference. So when we look at just that context of questioning and being coachable, that's flawed. Now, we're going to get past that, because this is where I really think, because the majority of that clip was about disrespect. What I think actually happened in her brain, she heard disrespect and she thought coaching. She was trying to excuse her disrespectful nature. That's what I think. But long story short, with that mentality, she's going to stay single. So we're going to move on to the next comment. So this comment from another bird. Ooh, that's crazy. It said bird right when it came up. That's crazy, actually. So, yeah, this comment from another bird reads, ha ha ha, heavy on to give her something to respect. Y'all got a way of thinking you're the man that you're not. Don't do anything manly like, but want to be addressed and respected as a man. It's quite hilarious. See, I'm not even going to address the whole comment. We're just going to focus on the first sentence. Heavy on to give her something to respect. The context of this conversation is you being with a fucking man. You being with a man. If you have a guy you can't respect, that is your fucking fault. It's not his. See, this highlights an extreme lack of accountability. It goes back to the whole submission conversation when chicks say, if a masculine man comes in and da-da-da-da-da, I will melt away and I will just begin to submit to him and XYZ. They say all that shit. Man, my femininity and my submission has to be unlocked. And once he proves himself to be, like, they say all that bullshit. So this woman right here is imagining herself in a situation where she has a man that she does not respect. But guess what? A lot of women commit to men that they don't respect. It's almost equivalent to a man getting with a hoe, committing to her, and then getting upset when she is, fucking other guys and stuff like that. It's almost like that. So the thing that you would think from a logical perspective would be like, okay, as a guy, you should make sure that the girl that you're getting with is not a hoe before you actually commit to her. And as a woman, you should make sure that you can respect the guy before you commit to him. You would think that's common sense. But the reason I said is almost like a guy getting with a hoe is for this reason. The reason it's not quite like that is because the guy being unmasculine or feminine or whatever, that can be the case sometimes, but it's bullshit. I'm going to tell you what it actually is. These women are disrespectful, non-submissive, combative, non-compliant, and et cetera, by nature. By nature. Actually, I want to say by conditioning, because they've been conditioned to be this way, either by their mom, and I'm going to be honest with this one, the black community of women and things like that, it's just passed down. I got a clip I'm going to react to soon where a woman basically breaks down that she was taught how to be a independent woman. She was not taught how to be a wife. She was not taught how to, cater to a man or get a man, be a wife, anything like that. Instead of being taught how to get a man that she can depend on, she has been taught to not depend on a man. And being that she has been taught that and she has been conditioned with that her whole life and it's been glorified and pumped into her head and stuff like that, she completely, like these women, a lot of them completely think they don't need men. I mean, I got a old podcast clip, one of my most viewed videos, of a chick basically yelling that. And one of the things that comes with that is a lack of respect for men in totality. So with that being said, that is why you have these types of comments that you see right here. Yeah, I told y'all that would be quick. That's quick. I don't got anything else to add on to that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm out.